See, this here is the reason that when I go to the zoo, I show mad respect to all the apes, because you never know when this shit's gonna pop off, y'all, and I'm not trying to get that monkey business, not today. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Film Data. We got a movie review today. We're gonna be talking about the brand new movie that just fucking dropped, one that I've been looking forward to ever since it was announced. It's part of one of my favorite franchises of all time, and it's good to see that they back for the third time. These motherfuckers are back. They dropped their new shit. They going for the 3P, talking about the new movie, War for the Planet of the Apes. Now, for those who don't know, War for the Planet of the Apes is the third installment in the new rebooted Planet of the Apes, I guess, trilogy now. It started off with Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and then we had Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and now it's all out war on these motherfuckers with War of the Planet of the Apes. And now we're gonna see if this third movie gives us the proper send-off and the proper closeout to a very strong first two movies, or if it's just gonna be like, you know, they dropped the ball. They just bit off more than they could chew. They should have stopped it too, but no, you gotta be greedy. Now look at you. Now you fucked it all up. We gonna see. We gonna fucking see. Let's talk about the shit. So the basic setup of the movie is this. The movie is set 15 years after the events of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Spoiler warning, if you ain't seen the other two movies, I'm gonna tell something, so if you ain't seen it too fucking bad, you should have saw the shit you had years. But basically, there's this flu called the simian flu going around the entire globe that pretty much infected the entire human population. You either died or near dead or super fucked up and infected, or you had to go into hiding because, you know, the fucking flu was everywhere and you ain't no fucking antibiotics for that shit. You get that shit, it's a wrap, goddammit. And basically, from that, the apes were able to sort of like come up and establish their own like dominance with the planet, and they pretty much now, I mean, they just on the same power as us, if not more. It's fucking crazy. And in this movie, shit's not really gotten any better. After 15 years, the flu has sort of mutated and spread to an unprecedented amount to pretty much where now human civilization is pretty much on its way out. The apes are pretty much taking over. Now this all-out war is broke out between humans and apes, and it's pretty much them just trying to fight for who's gonna fucking run the show at the end of the day. It's fucking crazy because now the apes are in hiding, and now the humans are in hiding, and there are some humans that are infected, some aren't, and they're trying to fight the apes, and all kinds of crazy shit's going on, and it's just a mess. The whole fucking planet's a goddamn mess. We need to hit a hard reset on every goddamn thing. And this is where the star of the show comes in, the head ape in charge. I'm talking about the homeboy Caesar, the motherfucking smartest ape in the game, motherfucking talk. He pretty much a regular human at this point, just in the ape's body. He's probably smarter than most motherfuckers too, because the motherfucker's smart as shit. But he is pretty much the leader of the same ape colony that we've been seeing in the past two movies. Maurice there, the big brown ape, and all the whole fam. Everybody's still there, but at this point, they're sort of going into hiding in the woods because they're trying to avoid all these attacks from this human military that's trying to get rid of them, trying to hunt down Caesar and stop the apes from sort of coming up and just pretty much just collapse their whole empire so humans can take over again. And Caesar himself really ain't about all this fighting and shit. He really wants the war to end, but at the same time, he has to protect his apes and his colony, so he has to fight back, even though he wishes that they could just squash the fucking beef. Apes can do their thing, humans can do their thing, everybody can just fucking part their ways and everything can be copacetic. It's a big fucking planet. Why we gotta fucking fight over the shit? And even though he's getting regularly attacked by the military, he still wants to try to find some way to peacefully stop this war from happening so nobody else can fucking die. And he's trying his best to do that shit, but one day the military sneaks up at his crib when he didn't know nothing about it, and you know, some shit went down, and let's just say it's unforgivable. Caesar was like, you know what, fuck it. I tried to play ball, but fuck this shit. I'm about to go ape shit on y'all. I'm about to kill everything on fucking sight because you don't fuck with my peoples. I was trying to be nice to you niggas, and now look what the fuck's happening. It's on sight, nigga, on sight. And from there, Caesar goes on a journey with his homies to go find the military base that's responsible for all these attacks that's happening to him and his colony. He's trying to find the top motherfucker, the colonel, who is actually played by Woody Harrelson, which is kind of weird because I've never seen Woody Harrelson as a bad motherfucker until I saw him in this movie, and this motherfucker is evil as shit. He plays the role very well. And it is Caesar's goal to find this colonel and stop him from doing any more killing and just stop the war the way that it's gonna have to get stopped, because peace ain't working, Caesar. Sometimes you gotta fucking kill people. That's what you gotta do. You gotta go ape shit. I mean, you got the skills. You strong as fuck, and you beastly. You can climb on shit. I mean, you got advantages, nigga. We can do this. You ain't got a gun, but you can shoot one. They can shoot guns and ride horses. They can do so much shit. These apes are super advanced. I'm scared. And that's pretty much the setup of the movie. Now, here's the thing. Is it fucking good? And I gotta say, y'all, it's a hard act to follow. It really is with the first two movies, but they did it. They made the 3P. This is a very, very good fucking movie. A really, really good movie, to be honest. With a little something here and there, but I'll get to that. Let's start with the positives. First of all, it's always impressive seeing the effects and the design of the apes, how well detailed and how good they look. These motherfuckers look so real. Shouts out to the special effects and the costume design and all that shit who fucking just create the look of all the apes, because the motherfuckers look so goddamn real, and the emotions that they show and just pretty much everything that they exude is just so real and so crazy. I always enjoy seeing how that looks, especially on all these movies, and it seems on this one they've done even better than the other ones. I don't know how, it just looks good as fuck, and I like what I see. It's shot very well. I like how it's edited and put together. I like the tone of the movie and the way it looks. Everything on here is on point. It really captures the whole essence of how the world is at that time, where it's pretty much just a desolate world, really isn't much going on, and it's pretty much just an active survival for both the apes and humans. And another unique thing about this movie is the dialogue. Now, there isn't much regular dialogue here because unlike the other two Planet of the Apes movies, this is mostly apes in this movie. It's not as many people or as humans in here as the other movies, which means you don't get that much dialogue. Now, Caesar, the ape, can talk, and he does the majority of the talking in this movie as far as when it comes to the apes, but all the other apes use their sign language and whatnot. And that's the thing. Most of this movie, especially around the, I guess the first half of the movie, is a lot of the apes just journeying and doing stuff, so you don't really get much dialogue. You gotta read subtitles and shit, so if you ain't about the subtitle life, you might get a little perturbed by it, but it is a way that you can kind of see how the story guides along in a very unique and different way as opposed to the first two Apes movies. But with that, that's also kind of the thing that kind of slows this movie down a tad bit for me, especially when they're journeying from Caesar's home to go find the colony or the base for the Colonel. They're really trying to just, push along that story, but without a lot of dialogue, it does kind of go slow at times, and you got, like I said, you got to read the subtitles. But other than that, it's not really bad, and it does show a lot of emotion from the apes that really does carry over for that lack of dialogue. They also come across a few interesting characters. They come across a little human girl who actually cannot speak. They come across another ape who also can talk just like Caesar, but he calls himself the bad ape. I think he came from a zoo or some shit, and he's kind of eccentric. He's sort of like the comic relief ape out of all the apes in the movie, which is kind of cool. They kind of put that in there, and he actually fits in very well with Caesar and the rest of the apes in the group. And when it comes to Caesar actually locating the colony that he's looking for, that's when the movie really picks up, especially in his scenes and his interactions with the Colonel, who is, like I said, played as Woody Harrelson. They really have this cool dynamic with each other, and it's another thing too, semi-spoiler, they have this conversation that really sort of explains everything, explains the motives of both the Colonel, and it also explains the motives of Caesar, and it kind of shows where their heads are both at in this whole war and this whole situation that's going down. So it's a really cool scene, one of the best scenes in the movie, and I really like how that pretty much just tied together the entire concept of what was going on in this entire movie. And then on top of that, there's scenes on here that's gonna kind of make you feel some type of way. It hits so many emotions in this film. I mean, it's gonna make you laugh, it's gonna make you mad, it's gonna make you be like, what the fuck is going on? It's gonna make you go like, yo, this is the craziest shit I've ever seen. And it's gonna be like, yo, why that had to happen though? Why though? You're gonna have all those emotions watching this movie, and it's really fucking dope. And then when it comes to the ending, y'all, I gotta say the ending is bittersweet to me. I get it, I understand it. I didn't hate the ending, but at the same time, I'm like, that happened. And it's just one of those scenarios where you don't gotta like it, but you do respect it. And that's the thing with the ending. But for the most part, I like how they did it. I mean, that's how they had to go about the whole shit. But overall, this is a really good movie. I love how they fucking played off with the apes this time, and they really just kind of made them the focal point on this one. And it really is dope that they really just kind of well-rounded out this whole trilogy. And I love the character of Caesar. I love how he's progressed from one movie to the next, and it really just shows this character building that they did with these apes really did pay off in the end. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that War of the Planet of the Apes is a very great, very well put together ending to a great now trilogy of this whole Planet of the Apes saga. It's shot well, the acting is great, the look of the apes are great. I like Woody Harrelson's character, the Colonel on here, he does a great job. Even though it is a little bit slow at the beginning of the movie and some parts, when it gets to that second half of the movie, it's all fire, it's all dope, and it just comes together so goddamn well. And even though, like I said, the ending is a little, I understand it and I respect it, and it's something that I guess had to be done to really round out the whole story and the whole concept of everything. So all I gotta say is that for me, War for the Planet of the Apes is 100% Granddad approved. Definitely go check it out. It's dropped today. It's a hot one. Definitely worth the $11.50 popcorn and a drink. Get that shit in your life. And when I'm thinking about it right now. I gotta put them all together, all three movies. I gotta say, is this my favorite Planet of the Apes movie? No, Dawn is still my favorite. The second one is still my favorite one. This one is on par with the first one to me, though. They're all fucking fire as fuck, so it really don't matter, but I still think that Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is the best out of all three. But this one right here is a great movie, a great ending to the whole story, and I love how they played it off. So shit, I mean, I ain't mad at over here. I'm gonna watch this shit again. I'm gonna get the box set, because I know they're gonna drop a box set, and I'm all over that shit. Caesar, I got you. But I got nothing more to say. War for the Planet of the Apes is Granddad approved. So go watch the shit right now. Or you're gonna have a whole bunch of apes after you, and I ain't stopping them motherfuckers. You seen what they can do? No, I ain't getting my face ripped off, and no, it ain't happening. Not goddamn today. I'm too pretty. I'm too goddamn pretty. Flip it. Alright, y'all, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of War for the Planet of the Apes if you've seen it. If you have not seen it, it's out today. It's a very dope movie, a great ending to the trilogy. Caesar is doing his damn thing as always. Woody Harrelson as the Colonel is a bad motherfucker and a savage one at that, and he really does a good job as well. And I just think this is a great trilogy and it ends so well. And I mean, shit, no more Planet of the Apes, y'all. This is it. Nope. Can we do another redo? I mean, shit, bring James Franco back. I'll be with that. No, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Y'all did good. Y'all did goddamn good. Previous videos on the side some fucking way at some point, as well as my latest single. Check that out, showing some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen. Button below. Woolly Reviews twice a week, as well as the gaming channel, CDK Studies, Indie Spotlight. All the info is below. And I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddad, War for the Planet of the Apes. This is why you gotta be nice to the apes, y'all. When you go to the zoo, give them food and like smile at them and don't do nothing crazy, because when this shit goes down, they gonna remember. They remember everything. Everything. I'm out of here.